It always starts the same way. First, it's just a feeling, something in your chest, a quiet voice that says, "This isn't enough. You were meant for more than this." And at first you ignore it. You try to stay comfortable. You keep playing the same role, living the same routine, talking to the same people. But then, the world starts to shift. The cracks begin to show. That job you thought was safe suddenly feels like a trap. The relationships that used to feel warm now feel heavy. You wake up one morning and realize you're not the same person anymore. And that's when it begins. The unraveling, the shaking, the storm. You'll wonder, why is everything falling apart at once? Why do I feel so restless, so lost? But here's what nobody tells you. This is not random. This is not bad luck. This is not the universe turning against you. This is the moment life decides you're ready. This is the moment it starts testing you. Because every time you're about to level up, every time you're about to rise into a bigger version of yourself, life gives you a series of hidden challenges. Not to punish you, not to break you, but to see if you're really ready to hold the next version of your life. Because the next level will demand more of you. More courage, more focus, more strength, more faith. And before you step into that next level, life will ask you to prove you can handle it. It will strip away what's comfortable. It will expose what's weak. It will test what you say you want, and see if you'll fight for it when everything is on the line. And if you pass those tests, you don't just survive. You transform. You rise. You become someone who is unstoppable. But first, you have to go through all 5 of life's secret trials. 5 moments that feel impossible while you're inside them, but will turn you into someone unrecognizable by the time you make it through. And today, I'm going to show you what they are, so that when they come, you don't run, you don't panic. You recognize them for what they are, proof that you are closer to your breakthrough than you've ever been. Test number 1, destruction. This is where life starts tearing things apart, and it does not ask for your permission. You'll feel the ground shake under your feet. The job you thought was secure suddenly ends. The relationship you thought would last forever starts falling apart. Plans that seemed so solid begin to crumble. And it's not just the outside world that breaks. It's your inner world, too. Your beliefs, your routines, your identity. Everything you thought you knew about yourself starts getting questioned. You will feel like the universe is against you. You will ask yourself, why is this happening? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? And here's the part most people don't realize. This is not punishment. This is not bad luck. This is not karma coming for you. This is a demolition. And a demolition always comes before a rebuild. You cannot build the next version of your life on a shaky foundation. You cannot take the old structures with you into the new world. And so life does what you would never do on your own. It tears down everything that would hold you back on the next level. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels like loss. Yes, you will cry, scream, and fight to hold on to what is being taken from you. But this tearing apart is sacred. It is making space. It is clearing out the things that can no longer carry you forward. Think about it. A snake cannot grow without shedding its skin. A butterfly cannot emerge without destroying the cocoon. And you cannot rise to your next level without watching your old world collapse first. This test is brutal because it feels like betrayal. Betrayal by life, by people, sometimes even by yourself. But here's the secret. Nothing that is truly meant for you can be destroyed. Only what is too small for you will fall away. So when the storm comes, when everything starts shaking, do not run back to safety. Do not fight to rebuild what was never meant to last. Let the fire burn. Let the walls fall. Because every collapse is a clearing, and every ending is the first step toward your next beginning. The destruction test is proof that you are outgrowing the old world, proof that you are being prepared for something bigger, and proof that the universe refuses to let you stay small. Test number 2, isolation. If destruction tears your world apart, isolation takes you into the wilderness. This is the part of the journey where life removes the noise. The people who once surrounded you start to drift away. Conversations that used to excite you now feel empty. You look around and realize you're standing alone. And that loneliness? It's heavy, it's suffocating, it makes you question yourself. You start asking, did I do something wrong? Am I pushing everyone away? Maybe I should just go back to the old friends, the old habits, the old life, just so I don't have to feel this way anymore. But this test is not about punishment. It's about purification. Life is stripping away the voices that keep you distracted. It is removing the people who can no longer walk with you into the next level. It is putting you in a sacred cocoon, a place where the only voice you can hear is your own. This is where you stop performing for the crowd. This is where you stop living for approval. This is where you learn who you really are when there is no one left to clap for you. Isolation is painful, but it is also the most powerful stage of the journey. Because in the silence, you meet yourself. You will hear your own fears louder than ever. You will hear your own dreams louder than ever. And slowly, painfully, beautifully, you will begin to trust yourself. Think about every hero you've ever read about, every chosen one in every story. They all have to walk through the desert. They all have to face the nights where no one is coming to save them. Because only in the desert do you discover your own strength. Only in the wilderness do you find out that you were the one you were waiting for all along. So when the isolation hits, when the phone stops buzzing, when the room feels too quiet, do not run back to what you outgrew just to feel company again. Sit with yourself. Listen. Learn. Because this test is not meant to crush you. It is meant to crown you. And when you pass it, when you come out of the desert, you will walk differently. You will speak differently. You will carry yourself like someone who knows exactly who they are, because you had to face the silence to find out. Test number 3. The return of the shadow. Just when you think you're getting stronger, just when you start feeling a little bit of peace after the destruction and the loneliness, that's when it happens. Your past comes back. The fears you thought you'd overcome, they creep back in. The habits you swore you'd never repeat, they tempt you. The pain you thought you buried, it claws its way to the surface, and suddenly, it feels like you're back where you started. You'll think to yourself, why am I feeling this again? Why is this happening now? I thought I had healed from this. But this is no accident. This is not a setback. It's a showdown. Life is giving you one last look at everything you said you've outgrown. One last battle with the parts of you that would pull you backward. This is your final exam. And make no mistake, this one will test you in ways that feel brutal. You will feel the old anger rise. You will feel the old temptations calling. You will feel the old insecurities screaming in your head, telling you you're not ready, you're not worthy, you're not enough. And here is the dangerous part. If you're not careful, you will believe them. You will go back. You will shrink back into the person you fought so hard to grow out of, just to feel safe again. But this test is about mastery. It's not enough to have faced your fears once. Life wants to know, can you face them again? And this time, not flinch. This is the moment where you stop being at war with your past and start commanding it. This is where you prove that the lessons you learned weren't just words. They became who you are. Think of this moment as the hero standing face to face with the villain. But this villain wears your face. It knows your weaknesses. It knows where to hit. And if you defeat it this time, it will never control you the same way again. So when the shadows return, don't panic. Don't run. Don't numb yourself. Stand there and face them. Say, I see you. I know you. But I am not you anymore. Because if you pass this test, you walk out with more power, more clarity, and more freedom than you have ever had before. This is the moment you truly step out of the old version of yourself and into the person you were always meant to become. Test number 4. The waiting gate. This is the quietest test, and in many ways, the hardest. Because this is the moment when you've survived the storm, endured the loneliness, battled your shadows, and yet nothing seems to happen. You've done the work, you've faced the pain, you've let go of the past, and still, your life looks the same. No breakthroughs, no doors opening, no reward for everything you've been through. And this silence will feel unbearable. You will wake up wondering, did I make a mistake? Did I ruin my life by letting go of what I had? Did I waste all this time for nothing? And this is exactly why this test is so dangerous. Because when nothing is happening on the outside, doubt starts screaming on the inside. And if you're not careful, that doubt will push you to sabotage everything you've built. This is the point where most people go back. Back to the old relationship, back to the old job, back to the old version of themselves, just to feel movement again, even if it's the wrong direction. But this test is not here to hurt you. It's here to strengthen you. Because waiting is not empty. Waiting is alignment. Life is not ignoring you. It is preparing the stage. It is lining up the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing. It is removing what is not ready for you yet and shaping you into someone who can handle what's coming. Think about it. If you got what you asked for right now, would you be ready to hold it? Would you have the patience, the discipline, the wisdom to not lose it? This is why the waiting feels long. It's building muscle. It's building faith. It's teaching you how to stay steady even when there are no signs, no applause, no proof. Patience isn't passive. Patience is power. Patience is saying, I trust what I can't see yet, and I refuse to move until it's time. And when the gate finally opens, when the breakthrough finally comes, you will be ready in a way you wouldn't have been if it came earlier. So if you're in this season right now, if you feel stuck, if you feel like nothing is happening, hold the line. Stay grounded. Stay faithful. Because the silence is not the end. It is the inhale before the shout. It is the pause before the music drops. It is the moment right before everything changes. Test number 5. The temptation to quit. This is the last gate. And it is always the hardest one. Because this isn't a test of your strength. It's not even a test of your patience. This is a test of your spirit. By the time you get here, you're tired. You've already survived the storm. You've endured the loneliness. You've faced your shadows. You've waited far longer than you ever thought you could. And now, just when you are closer than ever to your breakthrough, everything feels heavier than it ever has before. You wake up feeling drained. You start asking yourself, what's the point? Why am I even doing this anymore? Maybe I should just go back to my old life. At least, that was easier. And this is where so many people turn back, not because they weren't strong, not because they weren't capable, but because they didn't realize that the heaviness was a sign, that the finish line was right in front of them. Think about it. The night is darkest right before the sunrise. The pressure is strongest right before the breakthrough. The weight feels heaviest right before it disappears completely. This test isn't asking, can you push harder? It's asking, can you keep believing when you have nothing left but faith? Because this is the moment where your spirit is forged, where you decide once and for all, I will not go back. I will not give in. I will not stop until I see this through. You don't need to sprint. You don't need to run. Sometimes all you have to do is take one more step, one more breath, one more day of refusing to quit. And that one step, that one breath, that one day can be the one that tips everything. The temptation to quit is not a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're right at the edge of the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Push through this gate, pass this test, and the version of you that's been waiting on the other side, the stronger, braver, freer version of you, will finally meet you face to face. And then, it's quiet. The weight that almost crushed you, it's gone. The storm that raged around you, it finally clears. You look around, and for the first time in a long time, you realize you made it. You didn't quit. You didn't break. You didn't go back. And in that silence, in that stillness, something inside you shifts. You feel it in your bones. You are not the same person anymore. Because the tests didn't just challenge you. They changed you. The destruction stripped away what was false. The isolation showed you who you really are. The shadow forced you to master your past. The waiting taught you to trust timing, not just effort. And the temptation to quit proved you could keep going even when everything in you wanted to stop. And together, these tests forged something unshakable inside you. You are no longer the same person who started this journey. Your voice is different. Your presence is different. Your energy is different. This is the moment where you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start saying, this happened for me. This is where you take everything you learned in the fire, and you wear it like armor. You walk differently now. You see differently now. You know your worth. Not because someone told you, but because you fought for it, bled for it, earned it. And that's what leveling up really means. Not escaping the tests, but letting the tests transform you. This is the moment after the final test, when the dust settles. You stand there, exhausted but alive, scarred but stronger, shaken but unbroken. You realize something. Life wasn't trying to destroy you. It was trying to reveal you. Every test had a purpose. The destruction stripped away what was false. The isolation showed you who you really are. The shadow forced you to master your past. The waiting taught you to trust timing, not just effort. The temptation to quit proved you could keep going even with nothing left but faith. And together, they shaped you. You're no longer the same person who started this journey. Your voice is different. Your presence is different. Your energy is different. This is the moment where you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start saying, this happened for me. This is where you take everything you learned in the fire, and you wear it like armor. You walk differently now. You see differently now. You know your worth, not because someone told you, but because you fought for it, bled for it, earned it. And that's what leveling up really means. Not escaping the tests, but letting the tests transform you. And now, look at you. Look at who you have become. You started this journey uncertain, afraid, unsure if you even had the strength to make it this far. You didn't ask for the destruction. You didn't choose the isolation. You didn't want to face your shadow, wait in the silence, or carry the crushing weight that almost made you quit. But you did. And because of that, you are no longer the same person who began this climb. Every scar you carry now tells a story of a battle you survived. Every tear you cried watered the ground you now stand on. Every night you almost gave up became the night that shaped your spirit. You have been forged, not in comfort, but in fire. You have been broken, but rebuilt stronger. You have been tested, and you passed. And now, Life hands you the key. This is the moment where the old world ends. This is the moment where you step through the gate into everything you were meant for. Feel this moment. Breathe it in. Stand tall. You are not here by accident. You are not standing here by luck. You are standing here because you fought your way here. Because you refused to quit when it would have been easier to give up. Because you chose to keep going when no one was cheering for you. So hear me clearly. Do not waste this moment. Do not shrink back into the person you used to be just because that version feels safer. Do not let fear talk you out of everything you've worked for. You have leveled up. You are ready. You are worthy. You are equipped for what comes next. And from this day forward, you walk differently. You speak differently. You think differently. Because you are not just someone who survived. You are someone who transformed. This is your new life. This is your new level. This is the moment you take the step. So take it. Take it boldly. Take it fiercely. Take it like someone who knows they were chosen for this, because you were. And when you take that step, the world will feel it. Doors will open that never opened before. Opportunities will appear that never existed before. People who are meant for you will find you, because you have become the version of yourself who is ready to receive it all. This is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of a greater one, and you are walking into it with fire in your chest, strength in your spirit, and the crown you earned sitting on your head. You made it. You leveled up. Now go show the world who you really are.